Hello, welcome to the tutorial on managing players. First, let me go over where we're at. I have a brand new season called Fall 2014, and that's the active season. I've already created two teams, Cavalry Black and Cavalry Navy. Now I'm going to manage players on those teams. At any point I can go back and create new teams and add players to them. So let me reiterate, as I have before, that the current season on anything that you're working on is all that's effective. If I add players to a team here, I can still go back and load up another season's information, and the players and the teams and where they were at will all load up and still be in the database. It will show up on the website however it was for that season. So all the changes I make here are only for this season, Fall 2014. The way I see you using this is most of the work will be done on this middle section called Bulk Add Unassigned Players to a Team. So here, every player that has played with us that we've put into our webpage database will show up on the left-hand side, only if they're not on a team. So those are the unassigned players. And of course the teams are on the right. So you can go through and pick everybody you want to pick on a team and click the Add Selected Players button. Once this is done, you'll see that those players, Adam through Brad, will disappear from the left-hand side. They are now assigned. And to make sure that they're assigned to the team, we can come down to the bottom and select Cavalry Black. And when this is done loading, you're going to see a list of those players. You're also going to see an option to remove a player from the team. This is the one of only two ways that you can remove a player from a team. So let's go ahead and remove the first player. And you're going to see he disappears from the team and he reappears in the unassigned player pool, so that now he can be added to another team if needed. So in this way, you can take anybody who's already played in our league and add them as a group to one of our new teams for the new season. If you need to remove players from a team, you can use these buttons. You can only remove players one at a time, so I suggest you make sure when you add a bunch of players to a team, you pick the right team. So now we've looked at the bulk add unassigned players and the team roster viewer. Let's go up to the top and see how we can add new players. Before we do that though, I want to show you how we can change teams up there as well. So let's go to Alex. We're going to load up Alex. His information is going to show up. And here we could switch his team, which maybe that would be easier than removing him from this bottom section and then finding his name and re-adding him. So here, for one person, I can change him to Cavalry Navy, and we'll notice when this is done, he's no longer on the black roster, and if we load up the Navy roster, he'll be there. So as you can see, he's gone. Let's load up Navy, and Navy will have one player. The same thing works if, after you hit this button, whether you're adding or changing a player's information, all the data here goes away and you have to reselect that player if you want to do something else. So you now know a little bit of how to add players and edit players. Let me quickly review the player email and phone number. Maybe in the future, coaches or someone can come in and send emails out to teams, to players in general, anything like that. I figured it would be an easy thing to do. Right now, we don't have anything that does that. We don't have a page that might allow a coach to come in, see his roster, see all their phone numbers. That way he could easily get the list or send out a mass text, which can be done from a website. If that information and those things are wanted, we can talk about doing that in the future. And we have this information ready if we start putting it in for each player, so we can do that. Coaching isn't used for anything yet, but like I said, if we want to allow coaches to come in and do anything, you can edit them and mark them as a coach. And finally, player numbers don't show up anywhere for the most part. If we wanted to have maybe a person in the stands keeping statistics for the website live during the game, knowing their player number might be easier for some people if they don't know all the players' names. So that option is available. So there's a few things that are available that we don't use today. So let's go ahead and create a new player. You can only create a new player if the Add New Player option is selected. So that's going to clear out everything here. So we're going to put in a new player, and I want him to be at the top of the list alphabetically. So we'll do AA Alex. That's fine, I don't need a last name. I don't have to do an email or a phone. I can put him on a team or not. Let's see, let's put him on a team. Let's do Navy. I haven't checked this yet. Let's see if that even works. So, as I said, once we hit that button, his information is going to go away. He's no longer selected. But here is Alex. He's number 3, and he's on Navy. So the cool thing is he's now in our system. We now have Alex in our system for every season moving forward from today. So eventually you're going to want to ask me, how can I remove players that have been gone and we don't expect to come back? 10 years from now, maybe there's 500 people on this list and only 100 of them are probably going to be here. I haven't made that. I can and will make that when we have a need for it. So as a quick review, we just went over how to first add a bunch of players to a team, view teams and remove a player from a team, and finally adding new players and giving them a team or not, your choice. So I hope you found this useful. If you have any questions, my email is heegar@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Have a great day.